Hello, my name is Quill Graham, and this is my research assignment. So for my object, I chose this, it's called the spherical pendant or button. It was made in the year approximately 900 to 950. It is, forgive my pronunciation, cloisonné enamel on gold. Its dimensions are 1.25 inches by 1.125 inches. This was believed to be made in Bulgaria, and it is now at the Met Museum, though it is not on display. Visually, this object is a small round pendant. It has a loop at the top where it would have been attached to something, specifically a piece of clothing, and it is divided into segments along its sides, alternating between solid gold segments and enamel casts of what appears to be a flower. Each segment with the flower has two different casts of the flower coming from the top and the bottom, both facing towards the center of the sphere. As for how this object would benefit the textbook had a lot of architecture and sculpture, which of course were important in the art of this era. But I believe having more everyday objects, as well as fashion and jewelry, would contribute to having a better understanding of everyday life in this era. And I think it would be important to show objects that people would have interacted with on a daily basis, as opposed to more static objects like the architecture and the sculpture. Specifically, I chose this object because it is a piece of jewelry that would have been worn on the clothing of a religious or government official. And therefore, it is a sort of example of a everyday object. It is also a good example of metalwork and also enamel casting, which were both prominent mediums in the Middle Byzantine era. And since it exemplifies two separate mediums, I thought that it was a good singular object to use as a representative of different mediums that were used in this time period. It is also gold, as well as very delicate enamel casts, cloisonné enamel, on a very small object. So this object in particular is a luxury object, and so therefore I thought it was a good example of the economic status of the area and period it was made. So yeah, that's why I chose this object in particular. And then here are my references. Thank you.